everybody. Hi. It's your satyr, your becloaked satyr DM, and their amazing cast of players here tonight. So exciting. I know not you know costumes are optional. We have some really fun things. We have Steph as a rabbit. No, just kidding. Uh,
A bear. Yeah.
yeah, what are you, Steph?
I'm a
Share.
fox. Just a fox.
Oh,
I'm just a fox. That's all I am.
perfect.
Foxy.
Simple fox.
You said it, not me.
Nice.
From your mouth to Cthulhu's ears.
Nice. I'm picturing like the squid. Like, do they have ears? Do they? Um,
Little
Chris, yeah, little nubs. How about you, Christy? What are you tonight?
Unquestionable NPC lady that you have that you shouldn't talk to, but you're kind of forced to.
Nice. You're drawn to.
Yeah,
You know better, but it's like,
you know better,
what's
but
going
something about
on?
us
Yeah.
could be a
Awesome.
side quest. She might rob you. You never
know. Sweet. And Trisha clearly is a leopard tonight.
Mhm.
Now I don't know
Yes,
if that's just a
absolutely.
snappy outfit or if it's
No,
actually
it's just a
intended.
jacket.
Okay. Nice.
I'll
You're a
take it.
leopard
Yes.
as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, I can pull out my inflatable T-Rex if you want.
Awesome.
Please.
I will give you a DM polymorph into a T-Rex in game if you.
Oh,
Yes.
that'd be great.
All right. All right. Well, send out this. I'll wait on a tweet until we get a couple more folks in. All right, here we are underway. I'm going to quickly. Oh, thank you, Steph. That's wonderful. Yeah, there's a Fox person NBC you might run into at one point. That's good to know. Have this information on hand. I'll just put that in because that's silly. Okay. Anyway. Where were we? Our amazing crew. Let me switch over to the battle thing here. Is thank you. 2 years, 24 months. Trisha, thank you. And what?
Wow.
Incredible.
2 years.
Hype. Get some hypes in chat here. Hype. That's incredible. Thank you so much. um, let's see. Right, our crew is here at Atmos Isles, as can be seen in the picture here for our viewers. One of the many floating isles in this quadrant of Astralanor, broken down into different wards for different small groupings of islands that all together make Atmos Isles. Finally, they've made contact with the individual that is going to serve as their tout or guide. Get not only get them in to the excavation site, but also guide them through it relatively safely. As this person, Lily Laughingsteel, um, has the knows the layout and most of the dangers, the area, uncovered ruins, yeah, below the excavation site. However, that's tonight at 11 in game. So we've got several hours, 7 or 8 hours of the afternoon to go in case anyone has anything they want to do. I think everyone had gone back to the ship. I think we had some food. Zia went off to go after everyone like coordinated at the ship. Zia went off to go and talk to Vic. I think Cassius, because Zia and Cassius won't be here tonight. Cassius goes back to work on some of his projects in his shop. Um, what would you all like to do now that you've got a few hours to go?
Probably go. And forgive me if I don't remember if we got any or not. Probably go look for some health potions to bring with us.
You did well. We talked about it. I don't know if they're not in your D&D Beyond
Yeah, shopping
inventory,
yet,
then we'll cover it. Let me know how many you want, and they're 50 gold apiece. The standard ones.
Gotta pull it up.
Okay.
I did update her, but the armor's something's wrong with the armor.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, we'll definitely want to get that sorted tonight. I'll take a look. Where is our thing? Well, just for however, each one's 50, just deduct the gold from your inventory and add the healing potion for each one.
Okay.
You see fit. I'm going to pull that up in the background here. Okay, so Lizana, we'll say you can go ahead and do that now if you want in game. I think you did it the other day, so you'll actually be able to do whatever else you want here now. Do you have anything else you'd like to do, or just regular business until it's time?
Probably regular business. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head.
Okay. Ashavar, anything for you this evening?
I'm going to go back to the turn side and kind of walk around and see if I see Bowler Hat Man again. In disguise. Again.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead and make. Let's see if you're looking specifically for them. I'll say an investigation check. Are you heading back towards that area with the orphanage and all that, or closer here on the docks?
Probably closer to the docks at first, kind of like, I don't
Okay.
know, sort of casing the area.
Mm.
Hopefully being less obvious than he was when he was just
Nice.
snaking around the streets. Yeah.
Okay. I that actually reminded me where we actually ended last session. Everyone had finished, like gotten back to the ship and done some eating and then done different things. Most of you had ended up on top of the ship, at least. I think Ashavar was there. I'm pretty sure you were all there on the upper deck. And you saw D, oh my gosh, what's the word? Coming off of her ship, guarded only by a handful of guards. The umbrella, the wind blew the umbrella open again to reveal Titania. Only this time, as she was, caught quickly off guard a bit, but then caught herself with the thing opening up, looked up in a panic, and as she looked up and across, she met eyes with a lot of you. And as they then kind of closed, she has like a, oh no, because she did, you. I think most of you knew who she was already. She didn't know that you knew, but she continues. Coming off of the ship, going down the gangplank and down the port into the city with about like 10 or 12 guards around her under the umbrella. But then leaving you to go ahead and roll an investigation check, if you would.
Okay, let's see how D&D Beyond treats me, because once again I forgot to bring my dice.
Oh no.
14.
Okay.
Are y'all rolling investigation, or is it just
Ashvar currently.
Okay.
She's looking for someone.
Okay.
Well, let's take a look here. Oh my gosh, everything's falling apart.
I'm gonna go get my dice real quick, but I have wireless headsets, so
nice,
I can hear.
Okay, perfect. All right, let's find out. Yeah, you do a thorough look. Thankfully, nowhere to be seen in this area. Bowler hat person. Maybe they're still licking their wounds from the beating they got the other night. Thankfully, the coast looks.
Okay. That's pretty much it. I'm not gonna try and search too hard for him. Just
okay.
Okay. So the girl that's next to us is down below with a small group of people trying to sneak out? Does it look like she's trying to sneak out?
No, it's sort of the procession. She's covered by this umbrella kind of thing that she's, walked in, and she has like 10 or 12 guards around her on either side. So it's sort of like before, just not 40 people.
Oh, okay.
She's meant to be
Does,
covered
and
by this stuff, but it blew
does she
open.
look like the sun is bothering her?
It didn't seem that way, but only because it was so quick, and you really just got that kind of face of shock, like, oh my gosh, they saw me. Oh, I'm gonna have to explain this.
I would like to maybe kind of follow them to
Mm,
the like stealthily, like
yeah, make
I
a
mean, because
stealth
we got
check.
time, right?
Yeah, yep, you got like 7, 8 hours, so go ahead, make a stealth check if you would.
What are the cards? What's my stealth? Oh, plus. I rolled a 4, and I have a +9 to my stealth. So
Nice,
13.
nice. Well, that's, there are plenty of cards that won't notice that. I mean, for the time being, you don't seem to sense anything. I mean, you feel fairly stealthy. That's a fairly, stealthy roll. So you begin, heading through the city in pursuit. They're going at a, fast walking pace, but you keep your distance and do your best to remain stealthy as you go through.
Right. I mean, am I within, like, I can hear what they're saying, like, and not be noticed. I am dressed as Rob Danger. So.
Nice. You wouldn't be close enough to hear what they're saying per se. I mean, if you want to role play out trying to approach to that closeness, we can.
What part of town am I in?
Currently in the dock still, but marching, inward, going just down the initial dock. It looks like they're, you have to go through that entrance area to be processed into the city. So you're heading towards that building.
Let's go. But I'm just gonna follow them until I can't follow them anymore.
Okay. All right, nice. So you
but I would let Charles know that I left the ship, so in case someone goes looking for me, they know I'm off ship.
Gotcha. Okay, he'll probably pass that message along with his sunglasses on, no doubt.
Of course. We expect nothing less.
Yes. And Breelith? For you, anything in these next 8 hours, or just business as usual?
I mean, I guess just business as usual. I don't really have anything that she needs to do. I mean, she was, trying to learn, what's it called? Dragon speech.
From Liazana?
Yeah. I mean, that was
Draconic.
before Draconic. That's it. I kept thinking Draconia, and I was like, that's not it. So, yeah, I mean, other than that, I don't really have anything specific for her to be doing. So,
okay. I'm going to say, because I have to go, unfortunately, check on something really quickly. Terrible timing. That Liazana and Breelith, you two get together for your first lesson with teaching.
We actually already had one. We already had
second lesson.
Second lesson.
Learning Draconic. And I'm just going to let you to kind of role play that out for a little bit. I'll be back as quickly as I can here. I'm so sorry.
Okay. No, you're fine. You're fine.
If my cape will let me leave.
Well, I'll just say that Breelith will seek Liazana out. Hey, so I know that we just had a lesson, not too long ago, but are you free for another one?
Yeah, of course. Anytime. We can do it right now. Yeah, we can do it right now.
Let's go right now. Let's do it right now.
Yeah.
And
lead the way.
Okay. And so she'll I will just say that she'll probably just out in the deck maybe.
Okay.
And yeah.
Let's
Okay.
see. I think we did like saying hello and stuff.
Mhm.
How are you?
Yeah.
Let's try saying stuff like goodbye or see you later.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so she'll work with you on the proper ways of some
Greetings.
yeah, pretty much. The proper ways of doing it, like don't make it too terribly deep because it could possibly be a curse word, stuff like that. So you have to be very careful with
Sure.
those really low, like I can't even do it. I don't have a deep enough voice.
So instead of like you have to kind of get that in your you kind of have to get that kind of that deep voice, right?
Mhm.
A little
like-
guttural there.
Like I can't even do it.
Something like that. Right.
Exactly.
Okay.
I can't do it. I can't get my
Sounds-
voice that low.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So I can practice that.
So let's practice approaching me, saying hello, and how are you? And I will respond, and then I'll say something like, see you later or goodbye, and then
Okay.
you'll say something along the same lines. Let's try that.
Okay. Sure. I what's your husband? I and we'll just say that she'll because I can't. There's no, I can't even pretend to like do this properly. Apparently,
I can't either.
I was that. Did that sound about right? Did that?
Yeah, that sounded very
Maybe-
good. You did a
Okay.
good job.
Okay. Good.
Let's see. What else would you like to learn? Let's see. We got the greetings down. That's a pretty good starting point. What would be the next thing? Like, oh
maybe,
goodness.
maybe like don't eat people.
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay. That's
Um,
good. Sure, it's a little bit more complicated, but
it's a little
Mm.
bit. It's a little bit.
Okay.
So we'll do like, yeah, people. And she'll go through like some of the races, some of the oh gosh, creatures, stuff like that. And then she'll say, okay, so this is how you say don't eat people.
okay. Okay.
So
Alright.
try it again.
She'll repeat it probably like a few times incorrectly, and then take her a bit.
Not quite.
Okay.
Let's try
Okay.
just a little bit, little different
alright.
way.
And we'll try it again and get it close enough probably. So was
Yeah, you're
that
doing
seem
good.
about good? Okay.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
doing good. Just keep practicing.
So how do you use? I mean, you learned it obviously. Have you used it that much?
It's been a very long time.
Okay. Right.
It came in useful maybe once in my travels, but
Huh?
besides that, I haven't used it since I was with my tribe. So,
Okay.
and that's
Okay.
where I learned it.
Oh. Well. Again, thank you for helping me out. I appreciate it.
Of course, I'm happy to help. It'll take a little bit, but once you kind of get the hang of it, it's kind of fun actually, in my opinion.
Good. I just, want to talk to, be able to say something to him and know that he understands me, or they understand me. I mean,
Oh yeah, I understand.
so how have you had any more, you know, when we had the, the walk and, uh, I remembered something about my dad and you remembered something that wasn't quite so pleasant. Have you had any other dreams like that recently?
Oh, like rituals or just dreams?
I know. I mean, like, did it? I don't know. I mean, I guess
Like
afterwards, I kind of started having, like, dreams about my family a little bit more, and it's been nice, but then also like kind of sad because then you kind of miss them. Has that happened with you at all? Like, have you remembered anything differently or anything else?
no, it's mostly just been nightmares here and there of the same stuff. You know,
I'm sorry.
see, you just don't really expect to see something like that.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder if you ever even knew him. So it was rough for sure.
You didn't have any idea.
Mm-mm. I don't know if it's something that I just never saw it, or maybe I just blocked it out. I don't know. But it completely changes everything because I mean, what does that make me being his daughter? Like, are they expecting me now? And didn't look like he really ended on the right foot, so I don't know.
I
Do they
Lilith
even
will,
know who I am at this point?
yeah. Lilith will take your hands into hers, Miyazana, and I think, you know, you said what does that make you? I mean, I think, you're you, you know? Um, I mean, just because your parents were something doesn't mean that you have to be. And just because, they weren't who you thought they were doesn't mean that you have to change, right?
Hope not.
I don't think it does. I mean, you know that now, and you don't seem different to me. You seem like Liazana.
Well, I've also been quite a few places since then. Kind of tried to block it out, but
Sure.
I guess I can't really get it out of my head to begin with because, well, here we are. I'm trying to chase somebody and somebody's died because of it now, and I feel responsible for that. So,
Why do you feel responsible?
well, because they wouldn't have died if it wasn't for me asking for information.
But you didn't kill them? I mean,
No, but I still feel responsible for it. In a way, it kind of is my fault.
I guess you can look at it that way. But again, you weren't the one that that actually did it. I mean, that wasn't your decision. You didn't tell them to do that. So, I mean, I can see how it's easy to see it that way, I guess, but I, I don't know. I mean, I guess I just don't want you being too hard on yourself, you know? I mean, you can just be more careful, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to be. So I don't want that to happen to any of y'all, especially not you.
We both will give Liazana a hug. Okay.
She's gonna hug you for as long as you let her.
Okay. All right. She would stay there for a bit probably, and then just kind of like pull you away and kind of look at. Oh, okay. So this word right here. Let's go over this. I think I need help going over this word again. And well, okay.
Keep working on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful, I'm sure. I caught the tail end. I'm sure. The rest was beautiful. Thank you all so much. I'm so sorry about
Okay.
Very good.
Okay. Even one. All right. Well, with that, I think the only other thing happening today, we've got Ashavar and Sinister sort of out in the city. And I'm sorry, Ashavar, after looking for Bowler Hat Man, which makes me think of an old show from the 90s, do you, there's a Bowler Hat Man.
What show? What
Eh.
show?
Had Brian Campbell, or was it his brother, his twin? It was like in the Old West, but it had like some cutting edge technology mix. It was a weird combination of things. He was always
Okay.
after the Bowler Hat Man. Anyway, was there anything that you wanted to do after? I may have asked. I'm so sorry. I can't remember now.
Sorry. No, nothing in particular.
Okay.
Probably go back to the ship and start prepping.
Can you roll a D100 for me while you're out in the town, please, Ashley?
Uh-oh.
This is the problem with having. Oh, wait, here we go. Save and match. Look at that. We're got a 29.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You go through town, you make it back, not a problem. Uneventful. Thankfully.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's not, yeah. Sinister, let's see. You... Let me do a roll to see what's going on with them. Okay. And then let me think of how she would... Okay. You were able to follow them through different parts of the city up to that, teleportation area pedestal. And you watch through the crowd, feeling pretty secure and in your stealthiness as Rob Danger, blending in, a man of the people.
Not stalking, totally not stalking.
Nice, yeah. And since, your whole objective is to kind of keep an eye on them, and it's not super difficult to see this, I won't make you do a roll. You do see one of the protectors go up, and you see the access panel, and they hit the upper residential area. And it kind of blinks at them. And they hold out what looks to be like their identification card pad, and they hold it up to like you're kind of scanning a chip on a card on the screen, and a blinking little red rectangle that it's all you see from a distance changes green, and then they all step on board and take their turn on the teleportation pedestal and head up. So there's maybe like 12.5 people between you, and then like you were being very careful, staying within range, but having people in between to but where they went. They went up to the upper residential area.
Okay, so he would make a note of how long it takes from beep to the doors opening and closing, and how many people can get in there in that space.
Okay.
Get back.
This is sort of like a Star Trek teleporter. It's a big, somewhat raised platform they step up on. So they change a thing. It changed to green. Nothing else seemed to change, but that changed to green. They stepped up. I guess if you want to do, since you're looking for this information specifically, go ahead and do an investigation check, and I'll see like what level of detail you get on how this operates.
Natural 20. So hold on.
Nice.
Nice.
Investigation +2, so 22.
Okay. So you get most of the details here. You saw that thing turn green. And then each one of them went up like one after another. She filed into the middle. The others came up. And it wasn't until the final person stepped on that green light switched to a purple and it teleported them. And then the rectangle disappeared, ready for the next person. So you get the feeling that, oh, good.
I was about to say, so it knows how many people in its proximity, or is it by weight?
You wouldn't be sure, but it did seem like it's likely, kind of both. It might be like they might be hooked together on this pass. Like this is our traveling thing that they've, arranged beforehand. Here's our traveling party. Here's our weight. Typically, here's how many of us are going to step on. And then once that was met, it beamed it. It doesn't seem to go through that process for as some of the other people trickle through to like not the upper residential area. It doesn't seem to really do any of that.
Yeah.
They just hit the button and go. But it seems to be part of the security features too for the upper residential
Okay.
area.
So it would take note of that, and I got to get my hand on one of those cards. And we would probably get us some, stuff for the trip, like bandages and wraps and maybe some tools,
Okay.
pickaxes, ropes, random stuff like that if he's in the area.
Nice. Okay.
I think that's like what like people like an adventure kit, I guess. Like
Okay.
I don't know what it's equivalent.
If you see anything, if it's for flavor, that that's awesome. And if you're looking for like particular items, anything from that, the adventurer's item list, and it's like page 52 or something of the player's handbook. That whole standard adventuring items, it'll have the pricing in there.
Basically, something like that. Like maybe some bandages and shit. Because
Nice. If there's anything you want to have in your kit to use later, just deduct the money from your inventory and plug it into your inventory.
because
Okay.
he's gonna make it seem like he was productive out in town and not totally sneaking out to fuck this
Nice.
woman.
Okay. The day goes by. Everyone heads back to the ship as evening comes around. You've got a little bit of extra time to walk over, for the walk and to get there like 10, 15 minutes early in case anything happens on the way. So it's probably,
Yes.
yeah, just in case. It's probably like 10:15 as everyone kind of gathers together. It's the, you all, Cassius, and the four of you. Are there still any crew members that you want to that you're still considering bringing?
There is quite a crew members of considerate.
I have something I want to do, but it's not about the bringing crew members. No, so who are we bringing? We're bringing.
Well, we gotta limit it to a couple.
Right.
I was thinking maybe someone who could fight.
Sure. What's their name?
Eden?
Eden. Yeah.
Did we already decide we were
Or
bringing
the
Guardian?
Guardian? The Guardian?
Guardian is the one that I remember you mentioning Guardian because they were there
Okay.
and they were hyped.
You want to bring Eden too?
Eden can see in the dark. Maybe.
Is that the two that we want to bring?
Well,
There's parts that we have to be quiet too.
Okay.
So that, and we have to be mindful of steam. And
Okay. I'm pretty sure Eden can be quiet. Can Guardian be quiet?
that's what I'm saying.
You're pacing already, like just off
Let's
on the
take-
other side of
let's-
the deck.
Let's take Guardian, because Guardian needs exercise. How long has Guardian been off the ship? I mean,
yeah,
Okay.
I'm cool with bringing Guardian and Eden. Makes sense to me.
that's if Eden wants to go. I was hoping Charles and Charlie, but they've got their own investigations, I guess, going.
Sure. So
Only reason
Guardian.
why, yeah,
What was
I
that,
think
Kristen?
Guardian, and then yeah, Guardian and for sure.
Okay. I guess Guardian and Eden, Dan.
Okay. All right. Guardian, of course, is thrilled to hear this. um, Guardian has been pacing back and forth on the deck. I'm just going to share this out. She gets, they get Wolf in tow, and
Okay.
just share that back out for our viewers. This is a Guardian in battle form.
Yes.
They look very different underneath the helm, but draws this massive like moose or deer or some kind of skull like that. Puts it on their head, and the antlers form and grow out, drawing the darkness off of their form. Out, and the eyes just go.
Looks
Yeah.
completely
Really?
normal walking through the
It's
town.
really intimidating. But
Good. Says in like a hike way, but accidentally a little spooky way. Okay, and having discussed earlier in the day that Eden would be going, Eden arrives, very sleek, leathered outfit of almost befitting a rogue. A couple of belt straps that hang different types of blades. One that carries knives tucked in little belt loops along it. Another one that has a couple of other different, like a rapier, and then a couple of narrow swords along the other side. You might not be familiar with. They're fairly narrow. And this is Eden. Again, for our viewers here, gonna try and get these. Let me just set up nicely for our viewers, real quick. Yeah. How's that, viewers? That look pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do one of these.
Remember the freckles.
Chef's kiss.
I'm dead. The freckles killed me.
Oh, I know, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
I was looking and looking, and there were some like, yeah, that's probably it. That's probably it. And then I saw this, like, those X, all the other tabs. And
Mhm.
and they walk up, just sort of dusting off some of the cloth portion of the top there. Well, yes.
How are you, Eden? You doing good?
Well, yes. I'm prepared to assist.
I'm
Thank
sure.
you, Eden. I really mean that. Well, thank you, everybody. I mean that. I really don't. I have mixed emotions about this whole quest.
I
How so? Unless you don't want to talk about
I'm a coward. I left my plane to this plane, and now I'm trying to get back, and it might not be worth it. And this might be a dead end, and people might die, or this might not be worth it after all.
I get that.
I'm just grateful that you're helping.
Well,
I'll,
It's always worth
no
a shot.
problem.
I'll try not to die.
I wasn't talking about you. I could die.
Well, if we don't try it, then you'll never know one way or the other. And
I mean, I've died
or-
a couple of times.
Yeah, I mean,
It's,
not the dying, the doing the quest.
oh,
that
right,
part.
right.
I-
That makes
Well-
more sense.
well, I mean, I feel like I'm compelled to, because usually I'm not the kind of person to get visions, especially like deity-driven visions of like warnings and guidance and things like that.
Sure.
That was usually like my mom and stuff, but given the circumstances, and I might get some cool swag, or I might go home. But I'm not sure if I want to go home. I mean, there's a lot of things going on, but I feel like I have to.
Go home. It means we won't see you, right?
I mean, you could visit, maybe.
Okay.
I mean, but I don't even know if I can get home.
Sure. Yeah, you've mentioned that before. I'm sure you'll find a way there if that's what you want to do.
Oh, I'm not even sure I want to do it.
Okay. Well, if not, then maybe there won't be a way.
What?
It's fine.
All right.
I'll go and get my stuff.
Hmm.
Would y'all mind if we can we stop off at an item shop, something that I can buy some potions from
Cassius
just in
turns to
case.
you. That was what today was for. We have 10 extra minutes. If you can
Okay.
do it in 5 in a shop on
Okay.
the way.
All right. There's
Really?
no we won't. Yeah, I can definitely. I was learning dragon talk with Liasana, and I got a little carried away with time. I'm really sorry. But yeah, I can totally just, if we just pass the place with some potions in it, I can step in really quick, and I just need, just so no one dies while we're there.
Eden starts
I
I was gonna
disembarking.
say the ceremonial prayer for the warriors and everybody. I mean, we have to have like 3,000 breakfasts and invite random people beforehand. Yeah.
Eden's going down the gangplank. Guardian jumps up on the rail and
wait
leaps
up,
down
wait up,
onto the
Eden.
docks.
Lilith will like run to catch up with Eden.
Cassius disembarks. I assume you all start making your way there.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. You can see
Oh.
like Sinister is just kind of hesitant, but like, all right, let's do this.
Not Caitlin, Stephanie. Brilith would have before they left, like not at this moment, but like earlier, before going up to the deck before they were disembarking, would have said bye to Carmine.
Okay, Carmine's not going. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
You're not taking Carmine.
No,
Yeah,
she
you're
wouldn't
fine.
take Carmine because she'd be afraid that he would get hurt. So she probably would have like grabbed like a plate of like meat from some food from the kitchen and taken it to the room.
Okay.
And hey, so I'm going to be heading out, and I'm sure that Carmine's sleeping because that's usually what Carmine's doing, right, Dan? Is he asleep on the bed still,
Let's find out.
or no?
Let's see. Carmine is asleep on the bed.
Okay, all right. She's going to just kind of put the plate down with food in it, and then try to like slowly like back out of the room and close the door and lock it.
Okay. Excellent. All right.
Okay.
Brila, can you make an investigation check? Anyone that's looking for this shop along the way, go ahead and make an investigation check if you
Yes, DM.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's probably not good because if I need this later, I'm going to be crap out of
Oh
luck.
no!
But I rolled a natural 20. Let me see what
Oh
that. I don't think she has a
my
very high. I
goodness.
don't think she has anything in investigation though. Let me just double check.
Okay.
A +1, so 21 total.
Okay. They're turning some lights off. They're starting to like clean up the shop inside, and it's past the time they close. They just forgot to lock the door as you
Okay.
open it. And yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, we're closing, ma'am.
Can I just buy a
closing.
couple of healing potions from you,
Oh,
please?
oh.
Just a couple, just 2 healing potions.
Yeah, I can be happy to sell them to you in the morning.
Well, see, we're heading out on a trip that could be dangerous. And I really could use, I'm the heal. You see, I help people, I heal them. So I could really use just an extra, even just 1 healing potion to help out my friends. Pretty please.
Yeah. Very good.
I have money. And she'll kind of jingle her purse.
I just kind of wave you over to the counter. Oh.
Okay.
They go behind the counter. Standard healing potion, then. Rummage through some
Question,
bins.
Dan, how much would a greater healing potion be at this shop? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's uncommon. It's uncommon, but I know that they're pricey.
Yeah, they
Would it be above
skyrocket.
I think it's above 500 gold,
definitely.
isn't it?
Mhm.
Okay, then yes. We'll buy 2 just regular healing potions then.
They take some out of the bins, put them up on the counter for you, and await your payment. I hope you don't have to use them.
Oh, right. Thank you. And is that are they 50 gold here, Dan, or okay?
Yeah,
all right.
standard
So
pricing.
yeah, so 100. She'll give over 100 gold and take the potions.
Thank you.
Thank
Well,
you.
I was a
Appreciate
healer
it.
once. Helped me in my time of need, so I'd like to pay it forward. Otherwise, don't.
Yes.
Yes.
Before she'll turn around and really quickly as she's turning, we'll put an extra gold on the 2 gold on the counter before kind of like skimpering out of the store.
Okay.
Okay, ready. Let's go.
Ash is sort of tapping his foot with everyone.
Thank you, Cassius, for waiting on me.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you do this earlier?
I lost track of time. She'll start walking ahead.
Nice. Okay, everyone continues. So, Eden is like, most of the time when you're looking around for Eden, you don't even see them. They just, sometimes you get a glimpse of them. Like walking.
Hey,
but
Eden, so what have you been doing?
Poof, like Batman. Yeah. Yeah. Guardian, however, is like this towering, whatever, 11.5 foot,
God, this is a
person with
mistake.
these antlers and the red hue in the eyes, kind of smoky, and the smoke, the actual dark black smoke falling off their person. Just this menacing chuckle as they're walking through the streets ahead of you.
Start playing on the pan flute like, woo.
Nice. Oh.
Ashavar is actually pretty grateful that Guardian is so ostentatious because it takes the intention off her.
Nice.
By the way, she's got her face. She's not like disguised or anything, but she's got her face mostly covered with like a hood.
Okay. Nice.
Really, it's just the same as always.
Awesome. It's an interesting sight for people.
I'm gonna kind of ask Ashavar about the you always leave with you always move out covered up or disguised. I've never seen you as you.
Here, yes.
All right. And he just kind of looks at her like, all right, I'm not gonna press that. Ooh. Go back to that. Like, you'll tell me later, right? That's what he's gonna say in his mind. Like,
Oh yeah. Definitely, she'll shoot back.
Hmm.
We'll have a story time.
Well, you didn't have to come, you know. You probably have the least ties to me. You could still back out.
Nah,
Hmm.
it sounds fun, and you're like my friend and shit. So
Well, yeah, why not?
You're
All
my
right.
friend
I
and shit.
I won't let you die on purpose.
that's all you can do.
Thank you. I'm just gonna keep moving.
Amazing. You make your way through the city every so often. There's a handful of people you encounter. Most of them have long since beat feet in another direction. I mean, Guardian is in front and loud and grumbly. So you don't really have to deal with even a couple of guards you see, and they kind of like just over here, go in a different direction. Before making your way to the shop where you spoke earlier with Lilith Caskfury. The door is unlocked for you as you enter. And the room in the back behind the counter is open. Everything's dark, but there's some lights on in there. And the door's open, welcoming you. Guardian
They
can't
open
get through the
on their
door. So
own
you're gonna
accord. Did they open
it's
on
just
their own, or
already open.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say okay.
Guardian's gonna wait outside because they don't want to take off. They're in the zone. They're not taking off their helm. And Eden, you just don't see. So it's the six of you currently.
So yeah, I'm filing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. Well, y'all made it good. I was worried that you might not have some people back out sometimes, but glad to have you here. I mean, you're all prepared. Hey.
I don't think we've met. My name's
Sure.
Freela.
Oh, you weren't here last time.
No.
Oh, pleasure.
No, neither was
pleasure.
Liaison.
And oh, of course. Well,
Hi.
pleasure to meet you. I am. The name's Lily. Lily Laughing Steel.
Hey, Lily. That's a fun name.
Oh,
Not
thanks.
Lily, but the laughing. I like it. It has a nice ring to it.
Doesn't it?
Mhm.
Hey, well, some people from my clan get stuck with some very unfortunate surnames. You
Oh.
know. So I'm glad.
Sure.
I'm glad I have Laughing Steel. It's a good combination.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Right.
What would you consider an unfortunate surname?
Oh, there's a Stone Eater. There's just some combinations that just don't sit well. Oh,
Giggle butt.
yeah, right. Oh, there was one clan Ogle Buttress. There's just some that
Oh.
they're they don't roll off the tongue in the most pleasant of ways, but
Yeah.
but here we are. You seem to all be prepared. You have extra folks and such. And I have our path through the city mapped out for tonight's shifting of the guards and whatnot to get us over there safely. We'll be using a different entrance, not the one at the base of the statue there. It's too well guarded. But we have about, you're a bit early, I mean, perfect. You're about 5 minutes early. So we have about 15 minutes to get over there and make this happen before we miss our window for the night.
Okay.
You just see Sinister. You could see him like trying to calm himself. Like he's like, all right, I'm not gonna trip. I'm gonna have a panic attack. I just, he's trying with a lot of nervous energy. Walk.
Nice.
Well,
Sinister,
probably
Sinister,
if
are
we
you
got
okay?
15.
Mhm.
I'm okay.
You're going to do good. Well, I'll be fine. No one's going to die.
I'm scared of what I might find or never find. I'm
I'm sorry.
afraid.
It's just, what is this? It's a crypt, right? Are we going down a crypt again? Or what is this that we're going down into? Something.
It's a treasures. If I could just
It's just
focus
a
on
place. It's fine.
all right, focus on the treasures.
Hmm.
Do you think like the goddess would be like, haha, I'm sending you on a wild goose chase. It was a test. Nothing's
Maybe-
here.
Have we talked about, like, you know, again, like we ran into in the crypt, that sometimes some treasure is meant to kind of stay where it's at. You know, if you find it like down below with, like, you know, say dead bodies, sometimes that's meant to, like, you know, stay there.
Why would they call it treasure if they want you not to keep it?
Okay, well, I'm just saying that if we find stuff down here, you know, down, you know, where we're going, that we might want to just take into account the surroundings, and, you know, just make sure that what we're taking doesn't belong to something.
But why would she go through all this problem of like showing me the visions and all the smoke and the
Sure.
effects and like, woo, it's gonna be dangerous, but this is where you gotta go.
Sure.
If I wasn't supposed to take some shit.
I don't know. I'm just kind of going off of experience.
The last time I took some shit, it was pretty lucrative.
Well, I mean, and also dangerous.
I mean, it's implied when she said, "Ooh, danger! No, be careful."
Right. I mean, no, I mean the anyways, we should just all be cautious of what we pick up wherever we're going.
I picture everyone sort of gathering their stuff. Lily's getting her stuff ready to walk
Yeah.
out, and then suddenly
Yeah,
start talking
absolutely.
loud and like, what?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Dan. Just everyone be careful of what they're picking up wherever we're going. I know that things are, you know, might be dead where we are, but we still, if there's stuff there, it might still belong to the dead people. So just be cautious of what you're picking up as treasure.
Lily kind of looks around.
Disregard all that.
Right? Like she guides people in here to get treasure, so she's sort of like, well, the window's closing, so here we go. All right, and now remember, she's walking out of the room now. Is blowing out all the candles. It's just the street light and the moonlight outside coming in through that front room as she kind of passed the counter, heading to the front door. Remember, stealth is of the utmost importance as we navigate the city. And she opens up the front door to step outside. And especially once we get down there is one guard that we have. What in the God's name is that? And then Guardians just breathing smoke
Guardian.
now out of their nostrils.
That's our friend. They're joining us on this trip.
They're fine. Totally chill. Guardian, Lily, Guardian.
What is this with?
Shake hands.
Oh, it's a pleasure. I don't want you to break my hand. But it's breathe like smoke on them.
It's really excited to come along.
Oh, all right, but stealth just.
It can be stealthy, I'm sure.
I'm sure. Oh, you hear her kind of mutter under her breath. She turns to guide you, like, what is it with all these ridiculously strong adventurers going through here? I can't. I've got to quit.
You love it.
Nice. All right, and so you begin navigating the city. Can I have everyone roll a perception check, please, as you navigate the city? Oh. Okay.
It's not bad. 15.
You said perception, right? Yeah.
Yes, please. Sorry, a 15 for Sinister?
Yes.
Okay. Liaison?
17.
Okay. Breathe.
18.
Oh, and Ashavar. 18.
4.
Oh, okay, nice.
Nice.
Zia looks like she's being, fairly perceptive currently, and Cassius is just, you can see he's in his head. He's trying to plan things out for this, and like, he's focusing on being quiet and plotting in his head. um, and so you
Oh
begin.
wait, is this? I'm sorry. This is at night, right?
Correct.
Yes. Okay. Good.
Let's see. All right. So there's, the twin moons here. The larger. Oh my gosh, I gotta go. I haven't talked about the moons in a while. Anyway, one's blue, one's white. There's a bigger one and a smaller one, as they appear in the sky. Anyway.
Yes.
It gives us
Are they
beautiful.
like together or above or what?
Currently they're maybe about 45 degrees up in the sky, and one is just starting to overlap the other. The blue moon's in front, and that's a gibbous moon, so it's moderately full. The white moon behind it is a full moon state right now. So there's tons of light cascading the city, and it has that beautiful bluish hue to it. You begin, it dances across like the sheen on the cobblestone and the slate shingles of the rooftops, that you kind of are cutting back alleys and navigating quietly around barrels and debris and garbage. I mean, they're back alleys. Some people, passed out. Seem to be like out. You carefully navigate this part of the city you're not familiar with in the first place. These back alleys leave you feeling even more kind of lost. Thankfully, Lily's guiding you through. You find your way into a street it's effectively an alley, but it opens up a little wider. Steam coming up from some grates as there's a rough sewage system here. You're passing through, and Lily turns back, and we're getting close now. This part isn't quite as it's not glorious or very hygienic, but this is how we get in. This way, and she goes over to the grate, and in a box, a couple of crates nearby, reaches behind one of them, pulls out a crowbar, goes back over to the grate, pops the grate up, and it's only like it's not the biggest opening here. It's maybe 2.5, maybe 3 feet by 3 feet, so it's pretty big for a grate, but not for like Guardian per se. And do you all Lily's gonna go down last to replace the grate. I'll go to close this behind us.
Brilith will go in. Is it dark? I mean, I guess it's dark in here, right?
Pitch black down there.
So Brilith would put I think that she has the light.
I have
Yeah, she'll put
lights.
and she'll put the light cantrip on the end of her staff.
Okay. All
I'll
right.
go in. I'll try to get like in front of Brilith to go in first, like ahead of her.
Okay.
Make sure nothing like, comes out.
Nice. No snakes. Or crocodiles. Okay, so you kind of last second leans on to jump in and kind of get down there, and then Brilith, you come down and cast light on the tip of your staff, illuminating the area as Sinister and Ashvar are heading down as well.
Yep.
Okay. Sinister is supposed to hurt your soul. Nice.
Yes. I'm gonna float some globes down, like from up top, like in the animals to as far as I can down, like little globes down, so we can see along the way.
All right, you see as you start moving the globes down, they kind of bend the light through each rung along the wall of a ladder that's seen better days. The bottom a few feet have fallen off into whatever the muck is at the bottom, but the rest seems to be holding together well enough. It starts to fill the space as you climb down, Ashavar's down, Cassius and Zia jump down. Guardian approaches as you're assessing with the lights and such. Oh, just kind of grumbles because there's no way they're going to get their helmet and pull their helm off, and it's sort of, they have it in battle mode. They kind of have it attached to their cloaks. They lift it off and draw it back, let it hang behind them. And they jump down in their regular decloaked form. Let's let a heavy sigh as you all kind of see. You don't see Eden. But you do see that it's sort of a squashed down oval sewer. It's maybe 9 feet tall, and there's a lot of, what you would expect down here. Sludge and debris and piss and shit, and other things that there really isn't so much of an area to avoid it. It's rained recently, so it's kind of watered down. A lot of it's, gone, been flushed away, thank goodness. So you're not like, it's maybe a couple inches of like a mucky residue kind of sits in the very base here. Sploosh, sploosh, splonk, sploosh. Depending on where you land. Right.
This is never going to get on my fur.
Oh, I'll clean everyone up once we get to the other side.
Okay.
It takes a few minutes, but I'll get everyone.
I'm gonna make sure there's nothing moving in the water or in the sludge.
Okay.
I want to make sure nothing is.
Ooh, excuse me.
That it's only just regular sewer stuff. No rats, no rust monsters, no.
There's rats. No swarms, but like. We're gonna run over a shoe here, and
speak with the animals.
Nice.
Which is a ritual for me. So Brayla's gonna cast if she sees one of these rats.
Take 10 minutes then, if it's a ritual. Yeah. You add 10 minutes.
It does.
To it.
Okay. Okay. Never mind.
It's fun, and you're welcome to do it. To roleplay Cassius. I feel like if anyone's going to be a stickler for the 11-minute,
No, that's right. That's fine. If we ever, maybe later. Okay.
They'll be, they're not going anywhere for sure. Neat.
Yeah, no slimes, no oozes, no rust monsters, outside of regular vermin. But then again, would Sinister know this? Like regular vermin? Yeah, probably. Same rats and sewers.
Sorry. Okay. Right. So Sinister, please make that perception check if you would, just to keep an eye out, make sure there's nothing fishy in here. There's fish.
Wow.
16.
Okay. Coast looks pretty clear. There are rats that hustle around and stuff, some larger than you feel rats should probably be.
That's big balls.
Yeah, they're dragging through the awesome. But otherwise in the clear. Goodness.
So nothing like slimes, it's just monsters. Basically.
Right.
Okay.
Not spotting anything like that with that roll.
So I would just basically keep an eye out for anything like that, like ambush, like things popping out, creatures and stuff.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I would probably take up a position in the middle of the pack, not in the front or the back.
Okay.
And I think that maybe Zia might be better because to be up with Lily for traps and spotting and scouting, maybe.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, she'll go up there.
If I'm not mistaken, she is pretty good at that.
Yeah, sounds good. Excuse me. Okay. Anyone else have a preference on where they're ending up?
Relif would stay with Liazana.
Okay.
Liazana, you're ranged, right? Towards the back?
I'm in the front.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're in front?
She went in the front with Relif.
All right.
All right.
Ashivar would be
good.
sticking kind of towards the back.
All right.
Hi, Raiders.
Hello, welcome Raiders.
Oh,
Huzzah! Oh, Knights of Silver Moon. So nice to see you again. Hi. We're crawling through a sewer right now to get to some underground ruins. in this wonderful Sky Pirate campaign.
Okay, and Liazana, you have new armor, right? And you guys got protection, right?
I have the Elven chain.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, so we continue on through this area very as quietly as you can through the slosh and sludge of the sewer. Before pausing at an inlet, there's grates that empty out from up above, and then there's some large pipes that kind of empty out from either side every so often. And Lily jumps over some of the grime from one of these pipes and stops, and then looks back. So here's our entrance, and she gestures at the pipe sticking out of the wall. We have to go through this for about it's only 90 feet or so, which feels like much more, but again, I promise to clean everyone up once we're through. About 90 feet in to the right, there's damage to the pipe, and we've excavated it out. There's a few different varying chambers in there, but I'll guide you through the correct one to get to that first guard station. Out in the tunnels where they set up a makeshift guard station. Once we're past that, we're fine. Then we can lower ourselves down into the actual site and be ready to start finding what you're looking for. If you can hold your breath and crawl quickly for about 90 feet, that's best. But if not, to take some deep breaths out here might not be great here, but it's worse than there. So I'll go first to lead the way, and here we go. He climbs up into the forms. He sloshes through the pipe.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
Rila's going to put a hand on Liazana's shoulder and cast guidance. So you get to add a d4 to any ability check.
Yay. Thank you.
Oops. Nice. All right, so I'm assuming everyone kind of piles through. It's gross and it's icky, but you get through. You find the
I'm
area.
gonna take the decanter of water and just start washing off my hands.
Awesome.
Which is probably futile in the sewer, but still grossed out. He's probably trying to get it out of his hair.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Get the long hair. Yeah. It just gets out. It seeps through clothing. It's gross. But as you go through the broken section, it becomes earth and everything else. And you can see Lily sort of slowly casting something on herself in front of you, and it's cleaning up like a foot section at a time of her personage. For anyone that has prestidigitation, you recognize the spell. Turning soiled things clean. And you are navigating through a bunch of forks in the road, multiple, somewhere 3 or 4, but she knows which way to go. And she pauses at one point, pitch black. So you're either following the sound of the person in front of you, the glowing lights, what lights can get through between each person. It's cramped. This is crawling through earth. For anyone claustrophobic, my apologies, because you're in this tight space of just earth above beside and below, and you're navigating through a fairly tight squeeze space. But Lily guides you through, pauses at one point, kind of tries to turn her head back a bit in this cramped space. All right, we're only about 50 feet away from coming out. When we come out, we're going to be around the corner, just by 100 feet or so from the guard station. So we all have to get out as quietly as we can into the open cave there, and follow my lead. There's a bit of a climb that we can bypass them as long as we're quiet. This is it. This is quiet. If you can pass that back to your friend.
Yes. So if I could hear her speaking, I would just relay it telepathically.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if it's worth anything, but if it's worth it, I'd like to cast Pass Without Trace.
Go for it. Yeah. And that's everyone within 30 feet of you, I
That's
think.
everyone within 30 feet of me. Plus 10 bonuses to stealth checks, and can't be tracked except by magical means. And we do not leave behind any tracks or other traces.
Amazing. Clutch.
So I just have
great
to
spell.
concentrate, and it lasts for up to 1 hour.
Okay. Oh, nice. All right. So you start focusing in on that, and guide help assist everyone in their stealth check. So as one at a time, you come out, but it's your head first, right? There isn't a ton of room to, like, you're going head first, and it's about 5 feet up from the ground. So can I have everyone make a stealth check, please, as you file out? Once Lily's out, she's trying to help people out one at a time.
This is almost not fair if this is Pass Without a Trace.
Don't forget, whatever your roll is, add 10, thanks to Liazana.
Great. Wonderful.
I got a 10. What?
Can I go ahead and use that D4 as well?
Oh, yeah.
Would that be possible?
Oh, from
It's an ability check.
how long does it
I'm-
last, Breathless?
So like it lasted a minute, but I mean it is a
Oh.
cantrip for Breela, so she could easily cast it again. So we'll say that she just cast it again after they exited.
If that's okay.
No,
If that's
yeah.
okay, Dan.
Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just doing pumping. Okay. I'm scared for you two being up front.
Oh. Why? It's not like that we've almost died several times and have died.
No.
So
no.
it's fine.
So 21 total for Liazana.
Okay.
I rolled really low. That's why I was like, can I use that?
Oh, nice. Ashavar?
24 with the bonus.
Wow. Breathless?
Same.
Actually,
Wow.
26 because I didn't add my
Okay.
Oh.
Well,
dexterity bonus.
Aha. Nice. And Sinister?
32.
Nice.
All right. Oh my goodness. My apologies. Still, that's high enough. That's a 16. Again, thanks to Liazana for
So good.
I rolled a
Cassius.
13. I rolled a 13 as the base, plus 9,
Mhm.
plus 10. So yeah.
Oh my gosh.
32.
You have a +9?
Yes.
Amazing.
Nice. I only have a +3.
Oh my
speaking of
gosh.
drow
I think.
bonuses.
Oh wait,
Um,
oh yeah, it's a +3.
Oh, Zia just got a 39.
Oh
Thanks
my
to-
gosh.
Be
She
like
rolled a natural
criminy.
20. Yep, plus the 9. Yes, it's so you
I thought I did, sexy, stealthy, cool, and Zia just like,
like this? Yeah. Yeah, she got
Oh,
what? No. That's awesome. Even Guardian manages to get out relatively, thanks to everyone probably, like and then you see Eden beside you at one point, the fuck thing.
Where'd you
Nice.
come from?
Yeah, perfectly clean, and
Of course.
Oh gosh,
you should
yeah.
consider walking on. Oh, thank you. The ceilings make the travel. She kind of, walks up the wall a little bit and then back down, just to
Huh.
kind of look around the
Cool
corner,
trick.
and then comes back down.
Very cool. She kind of scares me. She'll say to Lisa.
All right. Oops. Where are we then here? Wait, change the mood music a little bit. I'm so sorry. I don't think I gave you the other ambient music clip. I was.
Give us that mood.
This is the music, that ambient sounds anyway that kind of fit where we're at. This is just for viewers already hear this. This is for our delightful players. Okay, where are I'm pulling up my notes now. Yes, around the corner, only 100 feet or so. A guard station. You can't see it as it's around the corner. Currently, all you see for the is anyone keeping their lights on? Actually, is Lily's definitely knows it. Right, lights out, lights. The Breelith.
Oh, okay. Then Breelith would drop the light spell on the staff.
Is anybody? Oh, you two? Okay, the dancing lights.
Yeah, it's dancing lights. It's a cantrip.
Okay.
Sorry.
Who can't see in the dark? Who's blind right now in darkness? Ashavar?
I don't think that
Cassius?
Breelith can. I don't think that Furbolgs can see in the dark.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Breelith can't.
All right, so I think it's just Sinister and Liazana. Guardian can. Eden can. Lilith can.
Yeah, Zia can, right?
Zia can. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, right, because she's got their thing there, right. Okay. So for those of you that can see, yeah, it's an open cave. It looks to be maybe 12 feet wide from this wall to the other side. Seems to open up a little bit taller than that, maybe 14 feet or so. But it's very, everything's kind of jagged and rocky. Nothing's smooth here. The ground is uneven and jagged. There's bigger, bits of stone that have built up over time or been excavated in this manner. Some that jut out from the sides of the wall and the ceiling. But it takes sort of a sharp bend, maybe 80 feet or so away. And it's in. Right. So, listen. For those of you that can see, right up there, and she points in a direction, and for anyone that looks up that can see in the dark, you see more of this jagged wall, but there's a little plateau and a little hole up in the wall that opens up. Probably wouldn't have noticed it if she hadn't pointed it out. We'll need to climb up there. We climb through that. That actually leads up across the hallway over the guard station for a couple 100 feet, and then back down the other side. It's safe. I've traveled it many times. And we just have to be quiet. No sneezing up there. There's a lot of dust. I had someone sneeze, and I thought for sure we're going to be caught. I alerted the guards. We were up there for hours just being quiet after that. Make sure we didn't get captured. So, yeah, right. So, nope. Like leaning over to Breelith. It looks like she's going to sneeze.
Do it. I'm not. I'm holding it in.
Right. All right.
I would hate to come all the way this far.
Right, but we don't want to get caught. There's jail time for sure, fines. They're really strict about access to this. You'll spend the next 10 years of your life here if we get caught. So hold your stand. For anyone that can't see, please just hold a fellow's hand, or do your best to hold a bit of rope or whatever you need to follow the other person quiet as you can. But climbing is a bit difficult. I'm going to climb up first myself, as I've done it so many times, and if I get another person up with me, we can hold the rope and try and help make it a bit more stable for others to climb up on the rope. Does anyone want to climb up with me to help?
For what it's worth, and she's telling this slowly. For what it's worth, I do have a rope of climbing.
Oh.
On me.
Well,
Would that help?
That would.
It's 60 feet.
That's plenty. It's only 30,
like
35
ball.
feet up, and there's a place. Now, does that rope does it just dance up, or can it do things like tie off and
Um,
such?
Let's see. Hold on. Let me.
It
hold on,
can.
let me
It
read
can
it.
tie off. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, it can. I can command it.
Where'd you get that? I'll ask that later. That's incredible. So,
Funny story. It
Oh.
was like,
sorry, no,
and I was like,
you could jump in there. Sorry. He kind of looks around like in that direction. Right. Right. Yeah. Cast it to tie off. There's a couple of stones up top that it'll tie off perfect on.
And she'll pull it out of her sack and just like she said, command it and have it tie off.
Right. I see you walk over there, do that, and it goes and ties off. Eden walks up the wall and just up to the hall. Guardian,
Eden, stay close.
I'll keep watch. I'll watch over here.
Stay close so you can stay, because she's still concentrating.
Oh, nice. Okay. Guardian,
Yeah.
it looked like they were squatting down, ready to like vertical leap this. All right, Lily climbs up, and then using the rope, if everyone can just do their own individual athletics checks, please, as you climb the rope. You can do it with advantage as you have this rope tied off. So, athletics with advantage.
Even if we're blind?
this doesn't work. I'll do something. It's not the greatest athletics, that's all.
15 for Bria.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Sinister?
Oh, God. All right, I rolled a 3 the first time, and then the second time was 17.
Oh,
No modifiers.
thank goodness. And Ashmore?
Yes.
19.
Oh.
You're more athletic than Sinister, Ash.
Oh
I have no bonus.
my gosh, everyone does really well thanks to the rope here. Even without advantage, but with advantage it's even better. One by one you climb up and you do it quietly because you didn't really struggle. You make it through this upper passage. It's a little more crawling, there's a little more room than that last really cramped space. But you go through, you end up on the other side of the guards by like an extra 100 feet or so. Climb down, and you find yourselves in this huge expanse. This room opens up. You can see a lot of excavation equipment had been set up here, but a bunch of it had broken and fallen down through the floor, as in the center of the floor, it's like a pitfall. It just gave out. And a sinkhole basically is all that resides in the middle of this 250-foot room or so. The center, like 50 feet of it wide, it just drops down and down and down as far as you can see.
Does it appear to be maybe caused because of like the floor was old or something, or does it seem to be like maybe it was a struggle or something sucked down?
You can make a perception check or an investigation. I guess that'd be investigation. You can make an investigation check, but it's going to be really tough to tell.
Oh, I'll try. 13.
It's tough to tell because of how much you can take in at once, and it looks like it was at least a floor at some point when they were setting up excavation material, but it looks it's really tough to tell. But it's about 50 feet wide. It goes down. All right, we're here.
I don't know, but you guys have weird stories, and in my world, there's like a story of like this worm that just like travels the ground and can detect footsteps and people and stuff, and they're big. And,
Right. Well, let's. I don't know what caused this, but
no
well, I
worms.
hope not.
You haven't came across any worms, because if there's worms, we should get a discount. I'm just saying.
Oh, no worries. There we go. There's some ropes over here, and we'll have to lower ourselves down. I know if you can fly or walk on the walls. I'd recommend that. We're going down about, it's quite a bit. So stretch first, about 800 feet down from here. A little over 800 feet.
It's not very far.
Well, these ropes have some knots tied in them every so often, as the city uses them. But there's a bit of a pulley to sort of help, but it's not the safest. But that's it. It's a good climb down. You ready?
Oh no.
Sure.
Nice. All right. Well, I'll head down first and meet you at the bottom. And she leaps off and starts to fall really quickly. Not sure what her plan is, but she seems to have one. She takes like a running leap into the pit. But there's
So I
ropes
guess
there
we
for
just-
everyone.
I guess everyone at least stay close to me at least. I don't know. Do I need to
Yep.
keep it up? Are we past the guards
I-
yet?
I mean,
Oh yeah, you're past the guards now. Yep.
Okay. Okay, so
Yeah, I would keep it up.
oh yeah, I mean it's still up. It's got an hour. I'm still concentrating. But
Everyone's climbing, or is anyone doing anything different?
I'm gonna use the ropes, I think.
Okay.
Putting these to row about the save my one thing in case of actual fall.
Okay, yeah. Ashavar, are you climbing?
I am climbing.
Okay, and Breelith?
yep.
All right, Zia's climbing. Cassius is climbing.
Furbolgs can't fly. So
Cassius has Lupin sort of like paws up over his shoulders. Takes a little extra burden to carry this wolf down, mechanical wolf. All right, fresh athletics checks, please, for everyone. You can do it with advantages. These are knotted ropes.
great.
And
Sorry, fresh what?
Athletics check
And you
Oh,
said with
athletics.
advantage.
with advantage for this first portion.
Another 17.
Nice.
12.
Mm-hmm. Breelith?
No, I didn't turn my mic off. 21 athletics.
Okay, Liazana?
15.
And that was a natural 20.
That's good.
Hmm.
I have to go straight off of what the dice says because no modifiers, new alarms.
Okay. Eden begins to walk down the side. You're all climbing down. Guardian running leap off the side. Plummeting down, smoke trailing up into the distance, just into the darkness below.
Ow.
Everyone starts to go down. Who had the 13? Or 12 or
12.
13? Okay. And someone had a 15, Lizana?
I did.
Okay. The two of you get really tired past the halfway point. It's 800 feet. Can I have just the two of you please roll one more athletics check? DC gets this one's a straight roll as you're starting to feel fatigue. The shoulders, the arms, the core, the legs, everything.
Yep, that one wasn't as good. I rolled an
Six.
11.
6.
Oh no.
Mhm. The fatigue gets to you, and your foot slides off the knot. Your other hand was out, ready to grab, like you're ready to shift, grip in your hands. So you start to slide, and make a quick dexterity saving throw. You're about 400 feet up.
Relith would try it.
11.
Breelith, is there something you want to do as you see this?
Well, I mean, if she sees them having some trouble and if they start to slip and fall, she would try to like, if she's around either of them, which I'm guessing she's around at least one of them, probably Liazana, but would try to like, I mean, I guess,
Not to incur my own character's death, but
It's pitch
can we
black.
see at all
Yeah.
at all at this
No
point?
one said anything about lights up, so.
Oh, okay, okay.
Sorries.
I thought we were still
Mm.
trying to not have lights up. So, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
I
makes
can
sense.
see in the dark. So
Is there anything you want to do since
I
tears?
can
You
s-
see her start to fall. She
I mean,
starts
if I see her fall,
Mhm.
I'm gonna cast. If she actually falls, I'll
Mhm.
cast levitate, and that'll just have her go straight back up
Ah,
20 feet. So if she
okay.
does slip off the rope, she can still get
mhm.
access to that rope.
Ashvar, you lose grip. Your foot slips, lose grip, and you're like grab, and it's just smacking the rope around as you begin to plummet. And you have, what goes through your mind in that like 3 seconds before levitate hits, as you're falling 400 feet.
This is a really uncool way to die.
So, and you get that feeling in the pit of your stomach as you lose gravity suddenly, and you feel yourself floating up a little bit.
Not today, homie. Not today.
Probably once the like levitate hit, she's trying not to make any noise, but there would definitely be an audible squeak.
Nice, yeah. That's amazing. All right, now I think with levitate you can just hold them and like pull them
She
down.
can pull
right?
herself up. She can pull herself up.
Okay.
It's probably even lighter, or pull herself down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's as long as I'm concentrating on it for 10 minutes. She's.
Oh, okay. So, do you tell her how long it lasts?
I'm like, you think you're gonna do that again? I mean, you wanna tie off, or all right?
Nice. What do you want
me
to
just hold it? Do you want like safety?
Yes.
Awesome. So while you can't,
You have about 10 minutes to fuck it up.
Oh, nice. So a little bit of panic sets in, Ashvar. I mean, you've been climbing down here for a bit, certainly longer than 10 minutes, and so you're like, I'm gonna make it to the bottom. It's sort of like 0 G's where you can push off from things, and if you keep pushing off, you can keep your momentum. What do you want to do? Is you're near-ish the rope and the wall.
So do I have any, given that I can't see anything, do I have any sense of how far I've gone so far?
Oh yeah, about 400 feet or so. You feel like you probably, I mean, maybe not been counting the feet, but like enough to be like, okay, it's been a while. Maybe about left.
And
I mean, I can relay to her how far I think it is.
Yeah. And like this area that we're climbing down, sorry, I missed this part. Like, how narrow is it? Is it like a down tunnel type thing, or okay?
Mm-hmm.
So what she's not gonna try and grab the rope again. She's gonna roll the dice and try to use levitate. Basically, shove one hand off the wall like this to like get momentum going downward, but also bouncing towards the other side, and then do the same thing, like bang, and then bang, and then try to scramble down the wall that way.
Okay, beautiful.
And I will let her, and once I feel the concentration, and everybody want to grab that rope.
Nice. You get, I mean, most of the way down before you get the heads up. You can make your way back to the rope. The rest of you rejuvenated, right? So the rest of the climb's okay. You all make it down to the bottom. Guardians pacing around, helmet on now, waiting eagerly. Eden's down there, Lily's down there, and they're just excuse me, set up with a little camp. No, well, not a camp, but like a little stock area where when the people go down there, they get all the tools they're going to need, the city people, to go excavate further and stuff. Oh, all right, you made it. Good. Everyone's here in one piece. That's great. Are you ready to carry on? It gets much more dangerous from here on out.
Yeah, piece of cake.
Good.
Uh,
Good.
I
Yep,
think
totally
so.
fine. Yep, we got it.
Perfect.
I'm gonna do well, nobody got hurt, right? So
Mhm.
I'm gonna go ahead and do a song of inspiration, fount of inspiration. So I can get uh I only used one inspiration, so I
Okay.
can give all my inspiration back.
Nice. Okay. Lily kind of looked past you. So set up, your pots and everything else you need. And there's a couple of outhouses over there if you have to use a bathroom first. There's not going to be another chance once we're in there, so there's a time. With that, we'll take our bio
Wait, isn't
break.
this one big bathroom?
Yeah,
This
pretty
one big ass
much. You're not wrong. So for anyone that's new, doesn't know, we take about a 10-minute bio break. We'll keep our audio hot so you can chat with us, ask us questions, all the fun stuff. We'll be here to chat. And we'll have our BRB screen up. We will catch you all really soon. 10 minutes or so, we'll be back. Get you then. Okay, I have to use the bathroom pretty bad. The way I
I do
go.
too. It's gonna go well. I think it's gonna go good.
Gonna go great.
I mean, with you guys being in front, what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Wish I had something I could do. Let nobody fall anymore. Don't fall.
Yeah, I don't have anything to help with that, any of that.
I can even kick out a healing word or some cure wounds and
Yep, pretty much it.
It was funny, Krista. You sent us the link to the Klingon translate.
yes.
I don't know if you know this, but Duolingo actually has a course on Klingon.
Do they?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yep. They've got
Weird.
let's see, what's the other ones? Klingon, High Valyrian.
Dothraki. Say they got Dothraki.
Don't think they do.
I think that'd be the closest to Draconian, like in the Game of Thrones universe. Right.
Well, and some of these are I say some of these, a lot of these have like user input, like community input on these. So Klingon is
Random.
well, I mean, it's got certain contributors, so like, and it even tells you who contributed to the course. So
Okay.
but it's been in quote unquote beta forever.
Well, just in case, we'll just say Draconian is. Sprinkle some Dothraki in there and
Yep.
Parcel time. Why not? Like,
Why
Harry
not?
Potter.
Yeah, fine.
All right. I don't know what to expect.
I don't either.
Okay. All right, I got all my party against foes back, and they're D8s now. Oh, I can see up to 120 feet in the dark.
Oh, nice.
I have
Is that
superior
like a drow thing?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
drow.
I think so.
That's what I thought.
Superior dark vision. All right.
Tail.
That is. I have to make sure I click off my spells as I use them. Don't fall, nobody, please. Maybe I should suggest. I suggest you don't fall.
Oh, sure. Yeah. some reason I have Islands in the Stream stuck in my head. And I have no idea why. Islands in the Stream.
You
This
like
is what
Dolly
we
Parton.
Not necessarily. I mean, I don't not like her, but it's not like I have no idea where I heard it that just put that earworm into my head. I think I have some fur from my paws stuck in my eye.
Oh no.
Oh, no. Is it the extra fuzzy kind?
Yeah, the paws are fuzzy, but they shed easily. But they weren't that expensive either. They were like, I don't remember, $10. I don't know.
Tomorrow's the last day for dress up. Yeah. Now you're gonna get that in my head. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Can't be the only one with that.
We can dance with each other.
Let's stick with the Dwarven Irish dice. It hasn't been the greatest, but it wasn't the worst.
What wasn't the worst?
The Dwarven Forge dice. It did give me one.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just gonna stick with it. Don't make me regret my decision. Dwarven Forge. I think it's part of the dice box too. This new dice box. We give it. It's got a little leather at the bottom, so it's like, you know what? Combination good dice plus good dice box. People neglect the dice box. Part of it.
It's true. It's very true.
What I mean.
You know, because you can have a good dice, but a terrible dice box, or a good dice box and a terrible dice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got that dice to box synergy. You're gonna have
Mhm.
good books.
Always need that synergy.
Yeah. I'm going to turn off our BRB screen. Thank you for your patience.
Absolutely.
But I'm here. Okay.
Come by my cottage later.
Nice. There's that. There's that.
Who's in a quest?
Oh my goodness, I forgot about that. All right. Right, then it goes, okay. And so, let me close out these images. I can leave those up for now. you have arrived here at the very base camp for the city's excavators. Together, a lot of you dust yourselves off. Lily cleans everyone up with prestidigitation, and you're ready to enter the dungeon. This is almost, you've arrived at sort of it's within a little smaller cave system, a little bigger than upstairs. It's maybe, 35 feet wide, 40 feet tall here, still jagged stone, but and a rough floor. It looks like stone collapsed some time ago, or a lot of the ground from this pitfall. The sinkhole has been, fell behind you and closed off the other direction of this cave. It's made like a dead end in the cave where you've all come down. It's like they've also moved the rest of it over there. But there is still some debris from that fallout strewn about this cavern. You turn to face the other direction. There is some lighting here. There's luminescent stone in the wall, little tiny shards of different colors, reds and blues, some very, very soft yellows, whites, and a few other colors, some lighter greens that almost flow into a blue, and they grow in little bunches of crystal here and there. The balls. Let's see. As you leave this campsite, it's like a 50-foot deep campsite into this tunnel. You dead end behind you. You start heading in through the camp and out into what opens up into an even larger section here. Let's see. I'm going to just.
Do these clusters look familiar? Just instead of like this is something that would
Yeah,
go where he's from.
definitely. Yeah, it's typical in the Underdark. You're down in a level of the Underdark down here, and yeah, they grow in certain areas. Some places have it's more mushrooms and other things that become algae and other stuff that becomes bioluminescent, but crystals are pretty common too. So there's a dim light. Oh, go ahead, Sinister.
I was gonna say in this moment and probably seeing something that is familiar, all these emotions are come back. So maybe he's gonna try and reach out to his the goddess Sindra to see if she got another vision for him, even though it was kind of like a long shot to start with.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and roll a D100 if you would.
Alright.
And I will do the same.
$33.
Okay. You put a prayer up, but you don't hear a response. In fact, it's a little hard to concentrate down here, as all of you have kind of. The further you went down that tunnel, the warmer it got, and now right down here, it's very hot. It's around 112 degrees Fahrenheit. Like it's really, really hot. And it's everyone, that sweats is sweating. And
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna take out the decanter of water, the endless decanter of water, and just kind of, I don't know, pin up, like splash it around, and then like pass it to anybody who wants something. Right.
Rila's definitely gonna put her dreads back and to like tie it with a piece of string or something that she has.
Okay.
Ashvar would probably pull her hood off and
Okay.
would I be it's dim light, so is there any source of the heat that I can detect, or is it like basically just encompassing encompassing heat?
Yeah, that one, the latter. No specific source. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, though, that perhaps holds some clues. You do notice as you're walking away from this dead end through the camp and out to an area that begins to open up even further, that the cave walls are much more smoothed out. That the jagged part may have been from the sinkhole, but they look a little more manufactured here, smoother, more manufactured. Let's see. almost perfectly oval, as though they were crafted by someone or something a long time ago. And this is sort of they are ancient ruins.
Oh, what?
um, let's see. Very high. Yeah, okay. You also notice through as you're walking, you've left the campsite behind. You're going towards this brighter area where the cave seems to open up in another 80, 90 feet. And can everyone just make a quick perception check for me, please?
As they pass the ruins, Brila's definitely like will slow down just a bit and bring out her journal and start like sketching things for sure.
Okay.
Oh crap! Why?
15.
Why would I want to know?
What was it, Sinister?
15.
15, okay. Liazana?
17.
Oh, Ashbar?
Also
Or I'm sorry,
17.
18.
No, 18.
Okay, then 17.
Okay. And Breelip?
A 10.
See what? Oh wow. Mm-hmm. Well, of course they were glad. That's yeah. Breelith and Cassius, as they're walking, you're all walking along this hallway. The two of them seem to jump quickly as they're both startled by steam hissing out of a crack in the wall.
Ugh.
It's moist and gross and like just super heats you. It's super hot as it comes out. You don't get burnt, scalded, but you jumped enough. But everyone else kind of saw some of that happening beforehand. That's just oh, great. So there's that.
Be careful.
Brila's like wringing sweat from her fur.
You're
Did say
already
it was
looking
hot.
damp. Yeah.
Yeah.
Since we're seeing these cracks in the cave wall that the steam is coming out of, Ashavar would like to try something.
Go for it.
She's gonna cast Dragon's Breath on herself and breathe ice onto, like, all around the walls.
You could probably get this section, because they're like 40 feet and it's like 35 feet wide, and you're going down about 80 feet, but there's several cracks that you can breathe that on as you're going along if you want.
Yeah, because it's it's a concentration.
Okay.
It only lasts a minute, but
That's plenty of time to cover this area. Yeah. You do that. You go breathe your what do you want that to look like? Because you're in, this humanoid, this human-esque form.
So it would be kind of like she'd like have her hands kind of like this at her chest and then like open out like you're doing kind of like a bicep reverse chest press or something like that. And then like her jaw wouldn't like unhinge or anything, but her mouth would open really wide and just like this kind of like the ice version of steam, those little wafts of little crystal-y things would just like shoot out in this 15-foot cone, and she'd like turn her head to hit as much as she could.
Nice. Beautiful. Okay. You see some of it like turning to steam as it comes out. Most of it hitting the walls and encasing different areas. A lot of it fairly quickly melts. But it's going to take about at least a minute. I think the wall's hot to the touch, and it'll probably take a few minutes, maybe upwards to like 10 minutes. But you see some signs as you're walking along over the next minute or two of some of that ice dripping. But man, it felt good. It's nice in that cool air exchange when you breathe it out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's basically the intent. I'm not trying to like stop the steam. I'm just trying to make it less unpleasant.
Nice. All right. Yeah. So again, everyone that sweats is sweating. Breelith, since you're leaning into that, you're by the end of this like next 80 feet, you're already fur is getting damp. this cave that's, about 40 feet tall, 35 feet wide or so, rather 45 feet wide, 30 feet tall. It's oval, flat-wise. Opens up into this really, really large area, some 300 feet across. It looks like a pool of water that goes from wall to wall. And as the room opens up, so does the stone, but the smooth stone beneath your feet, and it runs out maybe 30 feet before slowly pitching underneath the water that runs again 300 feet across them. It looks kind of it's murky. The water's really murky. It's there's a density to it, unnatural to water that, and it's again spans the interior of this entrance here. And Lily turns. Great. Don't. This looks bad. Don't worry about it. It's. I sometimes I use it to, if I have means to fly over it or something, make it seem a bit grander. But it's only about 2 feet deep. And it's just really murky water from. There's a lot of. She kicks her foot on the smooth ground, and it kicks up a bunch of ash that looked a lot like the stone. It blended to look like the stone, and it was a good like half an inch of ash that she's displaced here. It's from the vents and such. It gets all over the place and then lands where it lands, and mixes with water, makes it a bit nasty. But it's only about 2 feet deep. We can walk right across it.
Don't trust it.
Brilla's already in the water.
Nice. The water is very warm.
Even before she finished her little spleo, Brilla was already like, oh.
It's a barely, tolerable heat.
Sure.
But it's not, it's like hot springs, right? You can tolerate it. It's just not great with the rest of the heat, but
Brilla's so there like, it feels so good.
awesome. So Lily's going to guide you across it if everyone's going across, or does Sinister want to do something different?
He doesn't have time to do anything different if Brilla's already in the water.
Yeah.
Nice.
Going across, Dan, if Brilla puts her head, we said the water's 2 feet deep.
Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, then it's too shallow. Okay, never mind.
Okay. Guardian's like just running and splashing through it.
Mm-hmm.
Eden is I'm just going, and starts walking up the wall.
Like, go with you.
Eden not sweating a drop.
Sure.
Like all right, and you all traverse this first room. Arriving on the other side, it narrows back down into another one of those 45 feet wide, 30 feet tall passages. And you continue through that. And here, many more of those vents. Some of them have, right, I guess Lily would cover that. So careful of the crystals. They're very beautiful and they help light things, and they're fine elsewhere. But don't touch any of the ones that grow around the vents. They're very dangerous to the touch. Same with the plant life. You'll see some crimson red, some sanguine flowers that grow around some of the vents. They absorb all the toxicity and such from the air that comes out, and they can be near deadly. So careful. Right? Yes.
So why is there so much ash and toxicity coming from the vents again?
I don't know. I imagine something else farther below. Haven't come across whatever the source is yet. Been down to the deepest part of the dungeon.
So what would happen if we touch the stuff around the vents?
Well, you get sick. It's poisonous.
Okay.
Oh, right, and that reminds me of several of the vents. One goes off near you, and then a couple others, and a bunch of them let go at the same time, releasing a bunch of this air, kicking up the ash. Right, oh, quick, cover your mouths, because it can make it really sick. It'll go away in a minute. And it gets hard to hear over the hissing of the vents now. And the whole area becomes an obstructed view as all this ash and toxic air gets blown about. Can I have everyone make a quick Constitution saving throw, please?
Sure.
Oh,
I might
hey,
have
I'm
a couple of
proficient in
things that
those.
I want Breelith to do, but absolutely.
Not great.
Oh no.
And that's a 21 for Breelith.
14.
Okay. Lisa?
You said Constitution,
Mm-hmm. And it's a save in
Save.
case you get a bonus.
right? So that's a total of 21.
Oh, nice. Oh, Ashavar, that's your not good face.
5.
Oh, no!
This is not going well for her.
Mm-mm.
Breelith, I'll give you an opportunity if you said you had some sort of reaction to this before.
So
Mhm.
I mean, it doesn't have so of course she would cover her mouth. Now, so what's in the air, Dan? You said that it's you know, it's
It's-
definitely a
mhm.
substance. Is
Mhm.
it? So, like, for instance, if I would take like a box, like a piece of cloth and try to capture some of it, is it more like just a fine dust, or is it like pieces of ash?
What seems to be coming out of the vents is very fine particulates.
Very fine. Okay.
However, there are larger pieces of ash that are getting kicked up off the ground, so you might be able to get some stuff.
Okay.
This isn't magical in nature, is it?
You don't sense any, your arcana doesn't ping anything from it, thankfully.
So while everyone's like, and Breathe is covering her mouth, she's going to take her hand and take out her tinder box that she
Mhm.
has
Okay.
and just kind of like dump the matches into her bag to
Mhm.
empty the box. And it's going to scoop up some of the ash into the box from the
Oh,
ground
okay.
and put into her bag.
Nice. All right. Let me quickly go back and check who got a 16. Who did not get a 16 or higher? I know Ashavar didn't. I think everyone else did.
I got a 14.
Okay. And Breelith, you got higher than that. Let's just
21.
check. Cassius. Yep. Zaya. Okay. Right. We'll do okay, Guardian. Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. All right. So, do you have resistance to poison, Sinister?
Let's see.
As from your
I think
drow
so.
heritage?
I think I do. Hold on.
Okay. Let's see, Ash.
I do not. I just have resistances against charm and magic.
Okay. May I please have Ashavar and Sinister roll 2d8 poison damage for themselves?
Oh my god.
Did you roll really well?
Oh no.
2d8s,
2d8.
right?
7
and 7.
Oh no.
Oh.
What's your current hit point maximum? I know it's not accurate in fantasy grounds, but I just want to, or maybe it is. I don't think it is. I don't think you're leveled up here. Yeah.
Let's see.
Just so I can keep track.
Mine is 31, and I took 8 damage.
39. That's my max. 39.
39, and there's 14 points of a wound
Yes.
for Sinister, and how many points of poison damage, Ashavar?
8.
Oh, not bad. Okay. Okie dokie.
I'm not gonna roll my daughter's dice.
Oh.
That was too good.
No, yeah. No. It burns a bit, very, very acrid and bitter, and just too much of it got in there before you had a chance to get some cloth and hand up. Oh, and it takes about 12 seconds or so, but it all starts. You hear the hissing stop one vent, and it's.
I should have known better.
Oh. And Lily,
Got used to it.
right? She holds her hands in both directions and casts gust to push a lot of this sort of out of the area, and it starts to settle throughout the hall and everything. Right. Oh, that hasn't happened in a while. It's disgusting.
Ugh.
Right. Everyone all right? Looks around and right. Let's carry on. Right. And you continue on. She leads you further around the corner through excuse me. Through this cave system. She hiccups a little.
I have another
what you got, Reba?
question.
Mhm.
So
Please.
how far close are we to these vents in the wall? Like how are they off of the ground, like out of reach, or
Both. They're sort of all up and down. There's the floor, the walls, the ceiling.
are there any plants near the vent? Like you said, there was some kind of plant life growing out from that.
You haven't seen
Helps.
any yet, but make an investigation check if you want to look
Oh,
around for
okay.
them.
Okay. What was she saying that was close to the vents that trap in some of the toxicity?
She was saying, careful if you see crystals around the vents or if you see plants around the vents. Some of
Okay,
them
but I
have.
haven't seen any plants yet.
Not yet.
Okay,
Mhm.
but investigation check.
Mhm.
Ooh, it's an 18.
Okay. You're walking around the bend. There's, a couple 100 feet. You're traveling here. You do see a few of them with the flyers. One which you can reach.
Okay. Okay.
If you want
So,
to.
yeah. She is going to what is her? Okay, so she does have long sleeves. She's going to try Dan to
Mhm.
kind of put her hand up into her sleeve and
Okay.
try to grab that plant
Mhm.
without anyone noticing.
Oh, all right. First, sleight of hand.
Okay. Oh, sleight of hand, that's a 19.
Is anyone's passive perception a 19 or higher? Yeah.
Not unless I'm trying to pick her up, but I'm not. I'm too concerned of like dropping the ball and poisoning my chest. Like I know better.
And Breelith, are you
I'm
just trying
embarrassed.
to pluck it out of the wall then? Okay. All right. Please make a Constitution saving throw. You've got your hand up your sleeve. You go to pull it, and it looks like it's been kind of flowing a little bit with that slow heat that comes out. But as you go to pull it, it's much more rigid and stuck in as you thought. Almost like it's part of its intention. As you go to pull it, or you run up the stem that has thorns. You got like 3 thorns in your hand.
Okay, so I rolled an 8, but I'm going to use lucky.
Okay.
My lucky action.
Hmm.
Okay. Shit. All right, we're gonna spend another lucky point. Oh man. Okay, you said Constitution. That's a 13. I want to keep at least one of my lucky points, just in case.
All right. Well, let me look at my notes for the flower. Oh, jeez. Okay. Please roll 3d8 for poison damage in case you have any resistance to that.
Right. Nope, no resistance. Okay, that's a 4, another 4, and an 8. So 16.
Is your max hit points, are they 47?
Yes.
I'm just going to plug in the numbers in the combat tracker so I can help
Okay.
keep track. Make a strength or athletic. I guess it'd be an athletics check as you do so, just to see if you get the flower out of the ball after for that.
That's a 10.
So yeah, that's enough to get the flower out of the wall. Yep. So
Oh,
you at least end up with a flower.
okay, good, good.
It has it's sort of a rose-like stem, and even the petals almost unfold like a rose would, except they're sort of more squanched, much more squished down. The petals come up and almost come back in on themselves in a very unique folding pattern with themselves. Seems to not
All
be
right.
bloomed right now.
She'll just kind of carefully place it in her bag.
Okay. You have,
I'm
a
gonna
little
go
bit of
ahead
blood
and
from it.
cast Healing Word on myself, Breelith,
Mm.
and Ashavar. At let's see.
For what it's worth, you have no idea that she's hurt.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't know about Ashavar either. So
Oh,
I'm just
right.
gonna pretend. I'm gonna pretend not to be hurt.
Nice. Yeah. Rob Danger doesn't feel pain.
Nice.
Oh, I love it.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
put my little mask up and just maybe cough blood into my.
Nice. um, so you continue walking along, and you get to near a portion of the cave that begins closing down in size, closing down in size. There seems to be a wall, a structure built, manufactured, with an opening that once held a door for sure, but hasn't for quite some time. It's maybe like 30 feet away as Lily, pauses to kind of brush off some of the dust. You see everyone, with you, Eden up on the wall. You don't see a guardian.
Guardian's on the mental.
Mm.
We put Guardian on, right?
Mm. You look around, like but where's Guardian? And Guardian's like 45 feet behind you, like head in the vent, like invigorating. And just kind of like pumping up with the
This doesn't
challenge.
bother
Toxic
you.
gas.
Yeah. He's got like the challenge of overcoming this. Then they catch up. They're just being
Can't
Guardian.
tell if they're okay or hurt.
They seem to be in really good shape. Yeah.
Having the time of their life.
They have a very strong constitution. They're like,
Very good.
another door. Maybe they can get their helmet through. So Lily guides you through this next door, and this is part of a civilization. There's brick hallways, and actually, let me share out an image of what you see. I'm gonna close out our friends here for the time being.
Do I get a sense, like either me or Liazana, get a sense of like magic as elven things?
You can each make an arcana.
Yeah, be constantly pinging for magical stuff. So.
If you're like just sort of like keeping feelers out for arcana, you can roll an arcana check.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. What is my arcana? Okay.
That would be a 16 for Liazana.
Oh, very nice.
12.
Okay. Yeah, you don't sense any magic in here. In fact, there isn't any life. There isn't much of anything.
Any hidden doors? No hidden doors. No like.
You can do an investigation check, although I think Lily might.
Actually, I have detect magic as a cantrip, so.
Okay.
But you probably see like how like when the cat's eyes glow in the dark, like
yeah.
So every now you just see things.
Amazing. So you light up your detect magic as a cantrip, and
yeah,
are pinging down.
periodically.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And yeah, nothing through this area. Lily kind of this area's been thoroughly cleaned out. The city's taken most of it. There wasn't really much of anything terribly. There's stuff for museums. There was things for museums here and such, but there isn't really much else aside from that. But we'll get to the good stuff fairly soon.
Okay. And nothing practical I can take either. Everything just seems picked over.
This floor and probably the next area has just been fairly cleaned out. The good stuff is after that. Yeah, and so they will. Where's my other image here? Oops. You continue through. She continues guiding you through. You see, again, signs of civilization. Obviously, this is constructed. There really isn't much in the way of writing on the wall or anything like that. But the fact that some of this still remains has withstood the test of time says something. It gets a little more, ramshackle as you continue on. I'm going to share out a bit of a different image here. The next area, as she guides you through. Just going to fix that for our viewers. You enter what seems to be sort of like an access tunnel off one of those larger routes. And she continues to guide you through this area.
Nothing happy. It just looks very creepy.
Dan, in studying like archaeology and history, like does any of this look familiar to Brilith as far as stuff that she's studied before?
Make a history check, please.
Okay. Okay, never mind.
Can I try for history as well?
She was like a 10.
Because I'm not bad at history.
Oh, yeah, no, you don't recognize it. Go ahead, Sinister. And Brilith, you don't recognize
Okay.
Nope.
Same.
Natural one.
Oh no.
So 5 altogether.
5. Okay. Yeah. No. I mean, most civilizations have this sort of setup, but nothing in particular from here that clicks.
It pisses me off if it's like maybe sort of Neblinger or Drow.
Lily, however, points you to the waterway here. There's a waterfall at the end, water trickling in from wherever, feeds this little creek that runs through here under this bridge. And as she points down the end of the hallway, you see it continues on and then kind of goes underneath another wall at the end. But it opens up. This whole thing is maybe 5 feet, 6 feet wide by the bridge, and towards the end here, it's like 9 feet wide. And you see it sort of hitting something a little bit deeper. It's much deeper towards the end, and it seems to be almost swirling, like it's rolling in a bit of a whirlpool, as though it's draining somewhere or hitting something that's causing this spiral. And Lily looks at all of you. Right. So about the swimmer part, it's time to go in. Who's ready for a dip? Hope you can hold your breath for a
Sure.
bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
All right. It's beautiful. A little scary, like rapids. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Just as long as you can hold your breath for a few minutes, we'll be all right. All right, let's go. And with that, we'll end tonight's session. Ominous,
Great.
hold your
Oh
breath
my
a few minutes.
A few minutes, she says. Huh?
Just a few minutes.
You got this. It's gonna be fun.
This is where I die.
Oh,
In a
nice.
hallway, jumping into a whirlpool.
The last way you suspected of of ever happening. That's awesome. All right. Oh my goodness. How many? All right. Well,
Good job, Dan.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. It's a generous assessment of my DMing tonight. Thank you. Awesome job for all of you.
I like leaving us up to kill ourselves with dice rolls.
Nice. It's been pretty fun so far. I'm really excited for this next part because I love this whole next part. I guess I can't really share anything about it, but I'm excited. Yeah, so thank you, players, of course. You're amazing. And thank you, viewers, for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. For anyone that's new here tonight, you've been watching An Extremis. This is our Sky Pirate campaign. Usually we're flying through the same. We're on a huge floating island that just has quite a bit of underground to it. But yeah, you can catch us every week here on Saturday nights, not Sunday, like I said last week for whatever reason. Saturday night, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. And if you're new and you had fun, please consider giving us a follow here to catch some more of our content. I'll bring our schedule up. We have a boatload of D&D. In fact, every night of the week except for Thursday and twice on Saturdays, you can see here. The 6 to 9 p.m. time slot as well. Yeah, come and join us. We hope to catch you, with some of our other stuff as well, but at the very least, we really hope to catch you next week to see here on An Extremis, to see how our beautiful party members do
Yes.
navigating this swirling whirlpool and where it leads. No one knows. Well, I do, and you'll find out next week. We're gonna raid our friends over at Blackwater D&D. Please consider giving a caw Madbird raid just for some hype and some community and a little marketing. Take care, everyone. Have a great night. We'll catch you all soon. Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Oops.
Bye.